Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be practicing double taps at 200 yards. Okay. So the idea here is that I want to get both bullets in the air before I hear the impact of the steel. So I want to go pop pop and then hear ding ding. Okay. Now if I was shooting at further distances, that can actually be a little easier because it gives, basically I have more time because it takes the bullets longer to get there, and it takes longer for the sound to echo back at me, right? Because the sound's it's gotta make its way all the way back to me. So 200 yards is what I have to work with here, so that's what I'm going to work with. So I want to try and get, I want to try and pull the trigger twice before I hear the first ding. So I want to go pop, pop, ding, ding. That's what I want to hear. Because normally when we're practicing, we're either practicing like, long distance, really slow, take your time with the shots, right? Which is fine. That's a skill you definitely want to develop for like super tight groups, super accuracy. And then a lot of times we do like CQB training where we're trying to, basically get the shots off as fast as possible. But then there's also shooting at longer distance, trying to get the shots off as fast as possible on that. So that's definitely something that you want to practice and develop. Okay, so let's try this out. The second one, I was able to do it. The first one, I was too slow. The third one, I was too slow. The one in the middle there, I think I was able to do it. That time. Yeah, that time I was able to do it. I'll head back a little bit. Last two I was able to do it. I haven't done this in a while. The thing that I think that the times that I failed and I wasn't able to accomplish that is because when I didn't have the gun pulled in tight enough into my chest, or I lost that between my shots. So that seems to be the difference between when I was successful and when I was not successful. So you really gotta make a conscious effort to pull the gun tight into your chest while you're shooting, so that it doesn't move. It doesn't, because you need that dot to stay on target through the shots, right? So for example, if this is the dot that the target you're looking at, you want it to be like boom, boom. You don't want the thing to go boom and then you gotta bring it back on. So you want to be able to go boom, boom, right? So you don't want that reticle moving off the target. And like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so I kind of had to refresh, kind of like remember what I needed to do in order to make this work. And it's basically you got to really have the gun tight in your chest, and make sure that the reticle doesn't move off the target between your shots. Okay, so yeah, I thought it's, I'm glad I tried this out today, and perhaps this information will be also useful for you guys. When you don't do something for a while and then you go and you do it, it kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of like really think about like what it is that you're doing and what it is that you need to do, or what it is that you're not doing that you need to do. Okay, so drop some comments, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you soon. I was doing a little bit more thinking, trying figure out why I wasn't as tight on my chest as I wanted to be, and part of it had to do with the thicker jacket. I mean, now we're well into the fall, okay, and it's getting colder, so I had to use a bigger, more thicker, more a bulky jacket than I normally do in the summertime, right, when I'm just shooting in a t-shirt. And yeah, that definitely will interfere to some extent with your ability to shoulder the rifle and keep it in position. You know, when you're doing those fast follow-up shots, if you're going slow and you have time to reset between every shot, yeah, sure, it's a lot easier. But if you're trying to go fast, yeah, you got to basically make sure that you keep it in position, you know, before, during, and after the shot.